This is just using a monochromatic color scheme of reds from the ink drawing. So once it was inked, it was just taken apart. So there's the array of pencils. And depending on how you draw this with the color pencil, you can kind of leave it as a light color. I take it all the way to where the paper comes out, but using the white of the paper for the highlights of the character. And then just slowly taking since it's monochromatic, you're going one direction on the color wheel for the color scheme. So it's starting off with the primary colors we'll do is just initial one is red. So starting it off with that and using kind of the colors that are analogous, which is around the edges on the color wheel when we take a look at it. The red would have a little bit of yellow just to warm up the color, and mix a little blue to shade it a little into the darker values, but not too much because you're trying to keep it just one color. So in this case, you would either mix black or white with whichever color you can express with. A true color in the color spectrum is tricky to find as you use the color palette. But I have these images inked in on one composition and trying to leave some of the darker values. So just looking at all the pencils I have, mixing a little bit with black to shade it. So it's using the tints and the shades. Tints adding white, shades adding black. And then hopefully you can see as it mixes it in back and forth with the Prismacolor that you have. So here I'm mixing a little bit of yellow on top and then blending it in with the red that was the initial color coming down. I'm just trying to make it a solid color. So sometimes the white of the pencil is a little chalky depending on how the medium that you have. In this case, the pencils are kind of a solid piece. So I'm trying to cover up all of the paper just to get the color showing very opaque. But you'll also notice that you can do a drawing just with a light coloring of the pencils just to give it a tint and letting some of the paper and the paper's texture show through. In this case, I'm just kind of blending it all down and mushing it all down there. Just focusing on the color. And Prismacolor has like a little bit of a feel, almost a wax feel to it, but it's very intense color. And you'll find all different brands of colored pencils that offer a different texture and viscosity of the pencil. So it's mixing the medium. So here it was pencil to pen and ink, and then colored pencil on top. So it gives you a little bit of that.